Christ issued very clear instruction on this in the form of a parable in Luke chapter 19. He says this, Luke 19:11, "And as they heard these things, he added and spoke a parable because he was nigh to Jerusalem, and because they thought that the kingdom of God should immediately appear. He said, therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, listen, occupy," in my translation, "occupy till I come." In other words, do your business until I come. This is a parable of Christ speaking for himself. He's going to go away, but he's going to come back. But in between, you are to do your business till I come. Don't evade or ignore your earthly responsibilities because you don't know when I'm coming. Indeed, because you don't know when I'm coming, you are to execute your earthly responsibilities with faithfulness. Because when I come, I should find you being diligent and faithful in those things. That's the whole idea there. When he comes, will he find us faithful in carrying out what we are called to do in our marriages, in our workplaces, in our places of education, in our family life, whatever it might be? Will he find, if he were to come today, will he find me faithful in all of my earthly responsibilities? I should say that challenges me, because it does. I can do better in certain areas. And because he is returning, that should inspire me to say, you know what, I'm going to tighten up this area of my life. I'm going to live a little bit better over here where I can clearly see there's lack or there's neglect and things have fallen into dereliction. This is important. And in light of the imminent return of Christ, that should cause me to be busy about my business instead of lazy about my business or not doing my business at all. Because I want him to find me doing what I'm called to do when he comes. That's very important. This is exactly what John the Apostle meant when he said in 1 John 3:3 about all who have this hope purifieth themselves as he is pure. This hope, he's referring specifically in context there, 1 John 3:3, to the imminent return of Christ. All who have this imminent hope that Christ will come and appear in the clouds at any minute, they purify themselves, they live holy lives because he is pure. They know that this is something that encourages me to live for God, not discourages me. So here's the deal. These Thessalonians were taking their zealous preoccupation with the second coming of Christ to a point where, hey, their logic said, if he's coming real soon, then what's the point? Why do manual labor? Why work for a wage? Why pay my debts? Why work for food? I'm just going to wait, and pretty soon I'll be out of here. This was the wrong perspective, and it is for us today too. Absolutely. We are to indeed be the most diligent and most faithful people on the planet. Nobody should outwork a Christian. If you are a Christian in your workplace, you should be the hardest working, most committed, most loyal, never late, always early person. And don't get me wrong, there's no condemnation for Christ. There's things that happen. Our tire flats on the way to work and we get late. But if it's because of irresponsibility, then shame on us, because we're representing something greater than ourselves. It's not just about our career, it's about God's kingdom. And so he says, occupy, do your business till I come. And this is very important, very, very important. And this, indeed, as he says here,